How's it going, everybody? CJ here, back into the video. Before we hop into the video, remember, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment down below what your favorite card from Time Spiral Remastered is, because that's what we're doing. We're doing top 10 commander cards from the time-shifted sheet for Time Spiral Remastered. There's a lot of really good choices on there, so comment down below what your favorite reprint in the old border is. I would love to know. Check us out on Patreon if you want to support the channel, and you can also support the channel through the TCG Player affiliate link down below. If you're going to buy any of the Time Spiral cards, buy them through there, and it helps out the channel. Also, we got the Discord. It's open, and the link is down below. Click on that link, join us in Discord and chat with us and have a good time. And yeah, we're going to hop into this. So, top 10 time-shifted reprints from Time Spiral Remastered for Commander purposes. So there are definitely cards that are better reprints than some of these in general on a cost basis, like Chalice of the Void. But spoiler alert, Chalice of the Void is not a huge commander card, so it's not on the list. So, cards that did make the list, I'll be hopping into right now. We will start it off with number 10. So, number 10, we've got very, very popular card, but obviously, a lot of the cards on this list, especially the first few, or most of the cards on this list, are very inexpensive compared to like some big reprints that people would really like. The best reprints for commander purposes tended to be relatively cheap, but they're cards that are in tons of decks, and getting them in old border is going to be sweet, like Mole Drifter, number 10. The last time it was printed was in Kaldheim Commander Precon. It's price before this reprint was 30 cents, so very inexpensive, but it's in 25,309 decks on EDH Rec for a total of 10% of all blue decks. That's a lot. That's a very popular card right there, and with Evoke, just like the way the card works, it's a very thematical card for old border. Like, it feels right. I'm very happy to see it's in old border. Very exciting. It'd be way more exciting if it didn't just get an extended art from Commander Legends, but at least this might not curl as much. So, it's got that going for it, maybe. Number 9, we got Gary, or Grey Merchant of Asphadel. This card is extremely popular in black decks. It was last printed in Theros Beyond Death. The pre-reprint price was only 40 cents. But is actually more popular than Mole Drifter, clocking in at 28,812 decks for 12% of all black decks. Another very popular card. Like, so for the main set stuff, the most popular card that made the top 10 was also in 12% of EDH Rec decks. And there are 3 cards on this list for the time-shifted ones that are higher than that. Like, the time-shifted cards had some extremely popular cards, including Gary. Very great in mono black. It's a very popular card. It's a good reprint. And it's a card with the original art especially. It's going to look great on an old border. And then we got number 8. The second most popular card in this list being Eternal Witness. Another great card for the old borders. It's a extremely popular card. Last print was from the Commander Legends Precons. It was $3.50 before this reprint, and it clocks in at 69,927 decks for a total of 30% of all green decks. 1 in every 3 green decks runs this card. If the deck is 5 color, it's 1 in every 3 runs this card. Like, this card is extremely powerful. It's Regrowth on a stick. Everyone knows this card. And Regrowth obviously has old border printing. Eternal Witness finally does now. This is going to be one of those cards that I think the old border foil is going to be sneaky expensive. Number 7, we got Mystic Confluence. The last printing was in Mystery Boosters. And at $3.30 pre-reprint price, it's not a terrible reprint here. I'm actually surprised that it's it's ahead of Eternal Witness. That surprised me when I saw that. And it clocks in at 13,973 decks for 6% of all blue decks. Still extremely popular card. Great reprint there. It's a fun card. It does a lot of shenanigans. I'm happy to see it reprinted here. And it's going to look good in an old border. A lot of these cards just look very good in an old border. Like number 6 is one of my favorite cards for the old border. Just purely the look of the card. That's Tassiger the Golden Fang. So, it was last printed in Ultimate Masters. It was only 60 cents before this reprint. And the stats in a commander deck, pretty low, but as a commander, it's the commander of 2,330 decks during the whatever time span that EDH Rec uses. And it's number 36, so it's the 36th most popular commander during that time frame. So it's a very popular card. It's a very popular commander. And who doesn't like pimping out their commander? An old border foil of this is going to look fantastic. I'm excited to see this, and I'm going to need to get a copy for my cube. Like all these cards on this list I'm going to want for my cube. Number 5, we've got very common card in blue. Laboratory Maniac, oftentimes the win con of the deck, almost always the win con of the deck. Any wheel deck is going to want to run this. Any deck that draws tons of cards is going to want to run this. It's a great card. Thassa's Oracle took a lot of its heat, but it's still very popular. And it clocked in at $4.90 pre-reprint. The last reprint was from Mystery Boosters, if I didn't say that already. So Mystery Boosters, $4.90. And it's in 22,776 EDH Rec decks for 9% of all blue decks. Another very popular card. This whole list is just full of very popular cards. It's awesome. I love that they did so many popular cards in this. Like Ladman, great card, great reprint. It's going to look great in the old border. I'm very excited about that. Number 4, we have the most popular card on this list, being Beast Within. Beast Within was last reprinted in the Commander Legends Precons. It was only $1.70 before the reprint, but it's in 79,436 EDH Rec decks for 34% of all green decks. That's an astronomical number. Like, that's just crazy. It's so popular. This is going to be the coolest version of this card, too. Like, this foil Beast Within, foil old border Beast Within is going to be pricey. It's going to be a pricey card. But probably not as pricey as the next 3. We're now in the top 3. Number 3, we've got Path to Exile. A white card actually made it to the top of the list. Last reprint was Double Masters. It was $3 pre-reprint. It's in a whopping 62,414 EDH Rec decks. So very close numbers to Eternal Witness for a total of 29% of all white decks. I'm surprised it's that low, honestly. 29% of all white decks. White could use it. But great reprint. That's going to be expensive because it's also a very big modern card. Like, this is going to be a pricey card. I think the priciest is probably going to be like maybe Thoughtseize. I'm not sure exactly, but Thoughtseize is obviously not on this list because bad card in Commander. Maybe in Turgid, but otherwise bad card in Commander. Number 2, we've got my personal favorite reprint for the old borders is Kiki Jiggy Mirror Breaker. The fact that they use the Kamigawa art makes it. The Kamigawa art looks so good in the old border. This card looks great. I need this. I have like 5 decks that run Kiki Jiki, and I want this in all 5 of them, and maybe a foil one in one of them. Like, this card looks awesome. I love it. And it was last reprinted in the Mystery Boosters. It's the second most expensive card on this list, being $15.50 pre-reprint. It's in 12,663 EDH Rec decks for 6% of all red decks. It's a very big combo card. Like, this is a card that you use to win the game with, but it's also very good just for value. It's just a great card all around. And I didn't bother putting in the commander, like, as a commander stat because it doesn't get played as a commander very much. Unlike this last card is both played as a commander a lot and it's in a lot of commander decks in the 99. I run it in the 99 in multiple decks. I don't actually have it as a commander, but it's in multiple decks. And that is Yawgmoth Thran Physician. The only way this card could get any better was if it was in Phyrexian, because this card needed to be an old border card. Yawgmoth needed to be printed in old border, and I'm so happy that it is. It looks awesome. This is a sweet card, and it was hasn't been reprinted yet. Is its first reprint. Its original printing was Modern Horizons, and it was $21 pre-reprint. As a commander, it's the commander of 1,893 EDHREC decks for a total of, for a ranking of number 53 or 51 out of EDHREC commanders. And it's in 9,117 decks, in the 99 of 9,117 decks. And that's 4% of all black decks. So it's got a pretty good numbers. Obviously not stuff that's crazy like Beast Within or Eternal Witness, but strong numbers anyways. Very popular card. It's a great reprint. This is going to be an expensive card for sure. Happy to see this here. And yeah, that is the top 10 Commander reprints from Time Spiral Remastered, Old Border Time Shifted sheet. It's a mouthful. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you wanted to see the one for the cards in the main set, that's also on the channel. Maybe I'll link it down below if I remember, hopefully. But yeah, that's what we got for today. So if you guys enjoyed this video, remember, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Just do it. Come on. We're almost to 1,000. Let's get to 1,000. Comment down below what your favorite Old Border treatment card is. I would love to know. Or any cards that you really wish got an Old Border treatment. Smothering Tithe would have been awesome as an Old Border card. Because that with Rhystic Study, both Old Border, it would look really good. It would look really good. But did not. I don't know. Teferi's Protection definitely didn't. Teferi's Protection would have been a perfect card for Old Border too. But yeah. So, do all that. If you want to support the channel, check us out on Patreon or the TCG Player affiliate link down below. You can buy the cards by through there, and join the Discord, which is linked down below. Chat with us. It's a good time in the Discord. And we'll see you guys next time. That's bad snap. Peace out, everybody.